What's going on, everybody? Let's give y'all a minute to get logged in. What's up, what's up, what's up? Appreciate y'all tuning in. This should be a real informative session. I actually took some notes, so whenever I take notes to discuss, y'all gonna get some well thought out explanations and insight. And this is probably the most important topic I've been having lately. So I don't know exactly how to categorize it, but overall, I'm going to be just talking about dating in general. I'm going to be addressing this idea that men and women need to understand each other better, and a lot of the myths that or the things that women think matter or think are going to improve their dating success that just don't really represent reality. Oh shit, man, my wife's about to call. Look, I'm gonna have to start this session over in a minute. I didn't realize she was gonna call me. Hold on, let me text her back. Let me see. She might have me. All right. Well, shit. I guess it ain't no point in me really starting if she's gone. If she's gonna interrupt the lesson. I guess I should have contacted her before I went live. That was probably my bad. I know she's going to lunch pretty soon. So that's poor planning on my part, y'all. But I just sometimes when I get my thoughts be going about stuff, and I'm kind of mobile, so I'm in a position where I'm able to capture my thoughts a lot better than I normally am if I'm driving or I'm doing something, etc. So me being here kind of unable to go anywhere or do other things puts me in a position to be able to capture my thoughts better. So, so I wanted to go live, and I'm pretty sure I'll be able to. If she does call, I'll do the whole thing over. But what I wanted to start off talking about was a lot of the things women believe in, just overall, are not realistic. Like there's this overwhelming belief that everything should be fair and fairness when it comes to love and relationships, and that's just not the reality. Like the world's not a fair place. Some people have advantages, some people have benefits, some people have other things that work in their favor that other people don't. And dating is one of those things where those things come into play. So, and so for a man, some men are very lucky to be men and to have the credentials and the looks and the resources that they have. They're very lucky. And so they don't have to overcome the emotional issues a lot of women may have to overcome. They don't have to stop the overthinking. They don't have to deal with things that they were taught that were not realistic, etc. So a lot of men don't have the obstacles that women face when it comes to dating. That's not their fault. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's not their problem. That's not their fault. And so some people, just like in real life, have more resources than others and have things that work for them than others. Right? I'm a black man. I don't have it as good as a white man in America. That's blatantly obvious. We all know it. There are several facts and realistic examples to support it. I can't do anything about that. But what I should do, and what that has put me in a position to do, is know more about white people than white people know about me. You know why? Because they don't have to deal with the things that a black man has to deal with. They don't have to be concerned with the things that a black man has to deal with. They don't have to overcome the obstacles that a black man has to overcome. And so I'm saying that to say that men don't have to overcome the obstacles that women have to overcome. So since women are in that position where they have the most hurdles, they're the ones that need the most understanding. Y'all need more understanding than men do. And y'all see that with the points that I make as I go forward. Dating is not an even playing field. I mentioned that earlier. Men don't want the same things that women want. They don't care about a lot of the same things. They don't have a lot of the same standards. They don't feel the same way about sex and casual dating. And they're not as eager to be married or start families either. So that puts men in a position where they don't have the standards that women have when it comes to dating, for the most part. Right? And so what that means is they're not moving towards the same objectives. For most males, they're perfectly content if they're able to pay their bills, do the type of stuff that they want to do, take care of themselves and their kids if they have them, and live the type of lifestyle they want, as long as they are getting consistent attention, time, and pussy from the type of women that they like. Most men will sign up for that and will not be miserable with their lives. Most women wouldn't. Most women would not be content just getting occasional time, attention, and dick from the dudes that they like. No matter how big her house is, no matter how fly her car is, no matter how big her closet is, no matter how great the other aspects in her life are, most women would not be consistent with just occasional time, attention, and dick. Thus, we have this dilemma where women are in this pressure to feel like they need to get in a relationship or they need to get a man, right? Biological reasons. There are all type of factors. I don't need y'all to explain to me what the factors are. We know that there are a lot of them, but in general, that's how it balances out. Men don't want committed relationships as much as women do. So a dude going out with you and kicking it with you for a couple of months and y'all having fun and enjoying whatever y'all did and fucking a couple of times, he's cool with that. He's not mad at you if you get a boyfriend and cut it off. He's not devastated if you move on and choose somebody besides him. He's perfectly content with all that. It's part of the game. You know what I mean? Like, so the male perspective is drastically different than how women do. I understand that some men do. Nothing applies to all men. But for the most part, most men are not like that. Right? And so the strategies that a person comes up with must be designed based on a person's current circumstances. So when I say that, I'm talking about women. Your dating strategies can't be made up on a fairy tale land based off how you think things should be. They can't be based off how you want things to be. They have to be based off your current dating scenario. And most women are in a uphill battle when it comes to dating for reasons that are not necessarily their fault. They don't like all men. They're not attracted to all men. A lot of the men that they want are already taken or not interested in being in committed relationships. The way divorce laws and child support and all those things are set up make a lot of men not want those things, not want to get on that level of commitment with their woman. A lot of women are very difficult to deal with and get along with. You know what I mean? And there is an abundance of single qualified women that are looking for quality men to be with. Supply and demand. What happens when you have a whole lot of something on the market and not that many people shopping for it? The prices go down. The prices go down. That's where things go on sale. If a company expected to sell 10 million pairs of these sneakers and they only sold 500,000, those other 9.5 million are going to end up going on sale, or they're just going to sit on the shelves. Supply and demand impacts dating. No matter how much y'all want to ignore it, no matter how much y'all want to pick and choose which parts of the marketing system y'all want to use as references. I know my worth. I know my value. Well, when we're going to talk economics, we got to talk all economics and how they interweave and how they work together. Supply and demand impacts worth and value. And the people that decide who are going to spend their money are the consumers, which the men are in the dating equation, since they're the ones that pursue women. They're the ones that determine if they feel a specific woman is worth their time, attention, and effort. The only thing y'all really get to decide is whether you're going to fuck with them or not. And so it's that dynamic of the dating game where men are the pursuers or the hunters, right? Men have to pursue women. And so I'm about to break down why men have very little incentive to learn more about the female perspective, point of view. All right, point number one. The male point of view in the dating equation already requires him to study women in order to achieve success. That's why fuckboys are able to consistently outsmart women. Any hunter is familiar with their prey. And so the reason women are so unfamiliar with men is because y'all never have to hunt men. Y'all don't have to pay attention to men. Y'all just have to look cute and wait till they approach you. Right? So men don't have it like that. They've been learning about women their whole lives. They're not clueless about women. A man that is clueless about women is unsuccessful with women. He's not getting pussy. He's not getting money. He's not doing any of the things that it takes to attract female attention. He's not about to learn it now. He's not going to learn that shit now. He's missed the bus. He's never going to be he may get lucky and hit the lotto or something, but he's never going to be able to catch up on the guys that have been studying women and perfecting their dating approach and craft since they were teenagers. Never. How are you going to get 22 years worth of experience that other dudes been rocking with? 22 years of arguments and dealing with illogical thinking and dealing with irrational behavior and dealing with emotional women and dealing with the stuff that comes with chicks that you fucking. That's why men are so much more successful than y'all. We got master's degrees in dating where y'all haven't dated nearly the amount of men that men have usually pursued of women. We're not even. We're not equals. But that's how it's portrayed when you talk to other relationship people, right? They make it seem like men and women are just equal. We just need to take 2 steps forward and we'll be right in the middle. It's not like that. A lot of y'all are completely clueless about men. And y'all been fucking them for decades. Y'all been dating them for decades. Y'all have children by them. Y'all's family members. Y'all been around them all your lives. Y'all don't study them. Y'all don't pay attention to them. And y'all listen to very little that they tell you. Majority of y'all do. Does that explain why y'all are so clueless about men? Yes. Does that help explain why y'all haven't been able to come up with efficient dating strategies? Yes, it does. Yes, it does. You get up on game by actually listening. I'm trying to put y'all up on game. But y'all, it seems like y'all resist it more than y'all accept it. Y'all resist it. Y'all complain about it. Y'all complain about how it's delivered. Y'all complain about it. Y'all find anything to complain about when it's delivered to y'all. Y'all don't want to be up on game. Y'all don't want to hear the truths that I talk about. Y'all take it as attacks. Y'all take it as bashing. You take it, even though common sense tells you that I'm taking time out of my day to help women, majority of women don't see it as that. They see it as, oh, this guy hates women. That's why he explains why they shouldn't behave in certain ways. Illogical thinking. None of that is consistent with my behavior, but that's how most women take it. They block me, they unfollow me, they tell their friends not to follow me, they talk about how much they hate my page, that's what they get from it. They don't see it as, damn, we are really behind, girl. We really need to learn this shit, girl. We really are clueless and we are 22 years in the game, girl. That's a painful thing for a lot of women to accept. Don't make it no less real. Y'all see the shit that women believe in. These posts that I put up on my page are posted by pages with hundreds of thousands, sometimes millions of followers. And when I go to the comments, thousands of women eat nothing but emojis, nothing but pound truth, pound nothing but facts, nothing but praise, nothing but belief. That's what y'all believe in. Even though when I post the shit on my page and I break it down sentence by sentence, that shit don't make sense. If that made sense, A, B, C, D, E, and F wouldn't happen, would it? Y'all be sitting there like, damn, that does make sense. Next sentence. This is not real, because if women really felt like this, they wouldn't do A, B, and C, would they? Give y'all opportunity to rebut me? No rebuttals. Nothing but crickets. So I break down these false beliefs. This is stuff that life coaches tell them. This is stuff that world-renowned people that get flown all around the world tell them. Real shit. It makes them feel good. They believe it already. It confirms what they already believe. Shit, you can always sell a happy ending. And especially the ones that attach it to God. I had a woman on one of my posts this morning. She commented about something like, man, I'm new into dating. I really want to get back on point. And so I was like, man, I would strongly recommend you spend the $5 and watch the dating seminar I put in my profile. Her response was, I'd rather just keep praying about it. I swear to God, her actual response was, I'd rather just pray about it. So when you have the dudes that tell them God has the man for you and God wants you to do this, and when you put it all on God, you Gucci. You Gucci. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's the easiest type of advice to give. You never have to take accountability for nothing you say. You can always blame it on God. So when something good happens, it's God did it. When something bad happens, you blame it on the devil. The woman doesn't have to hold herself accountable. She doesn't have to improve her dating. She doesn't have to make any changes. She doesn't have to reevaluate her thinking. She doesn't have to reevaluate her system. She just gets to say, I'm going to pray about it, and then it's going to be all good. Go right ahead. You know what I'm saying? Go right ahead. If that's what you believe, that's what you believe. I'm not telling you not to believe in God, or I'm not telling you what to believe. But if you think that just praying is about to instantly make you familiar with what you're doing wrong, you know more about faith than I do. You know what I mean? So I'm not here to tell them what to think or believe. But if it don't make sense, it don't apply, right? So when I talk about why men are so prepared for women, it's not like women have this belief that, okay, yes, scientifically you're unique. Your DNA is different. You're an individual. We understand that. But a lot of the things that people do and the way people behave are very common to others. You know what I'm saying? Like, you like the same type of music, you do the same type of things, eat the same type of foods, you go to the same type of places. So y'all are not as different as y'all may think. You know what I'm saying? Like, you're a different combination of choices, but the range of choices is not that different. Y'all wear the same clothes, y'all look the same, y'all shape the same, you're the same heights. Like, so men have dealt with women like you before. That's how he's able to establish a type of woman he likes. That's a part of a dating strategy right there. A man gets to go into it already only approaching the type of women that he already likes. That's intentional. That's by design. He approaches the type of women that he likes. He already knows what he's trying to accomplish. It's not to make her his wife or his girlfriend. It's to get communication with her. He's trying to get some contact information with her. That's a man's only goal when he approaches a woman. Get her contact information or give her yours. It's not what y'all say. It's not, if a man wants you, anything, he'll bend over backwards. He'll give you the world. He'll move the moon to be with you. No, motherfucker. He's trying to get some contact information with you. That's all. That's the only. If a man fails that step of dating, he's never gonna get pussy. Fellas, am I lying? Am I telling them anything that's not real? If you go and approach an attractive woman and you sit there and talk to her in a club for 30 minutes and buy her 3 drinks and don't get her number, did you accomplish anything? Absolutely not. Nothing. You didn't you did not put yourself in a position to get any closer to dating that woman. At least not that night you didn't. And so when you think about years and how many women men have approached, how many women they've had conversations with, how many women they've got to know, how many things that they've observed that they dislike about women. That's why men have a much higher rate of success, especially when you combine that with the fact that they don't want the same things women want. So he's not going around with wedding goals and all this shit in his head. He's focused on, let's get to step 1 with as many attractive tricks as I can. That way I can start weeding through the ones I like. The ones I like, I'll spend more time with. You know what I'm saying? Like it's a common sense type of approach to dating that has been proven to work. So if women's dating strategies were consistently working and consistently putting them in a position to get with the type of man that they want to be with, consistently helping them avoid fuck boys, consistently putting them in a position to not get hurt, then I would be all for learning about the female dating strategy. But it's clearly not. It's clearly not, right? If it was this great information, if it was this wealth of knowledge that was so critical to having healthy relationships, why ain't all the thousands of pages that post it ain't helping y'all? If this female perspective, if hearing how women feel about it and how women want it to be was so powerful, we have thousands of people that do it already. Why is it not helping? Why do we still have so many women that are miserable, that are giving up dating, that don't believe in love and all this type of shit? Something's not adding up. Something's not making sense here. Think about that. If hearing of the female perspective was so beneficial and it was going to make so much of a difference, why aren't all the people that are promoting it, all the men and women that don't do anything but give the female perspective, nothing but talk about what women dislike and what women think? Why isn't that helping? Think about it. So that's why I tell y'all, it's more beneficial for you to learn how real men think and operate. That's not me telling you how you got to act or what you need to do or how you need to behave. Common sense should tell you how you should think and behave. If I went to a seminar full of men and I gave them five things men do that stop them from getting pussy, 80 to 90% of those men are going to take that information and instantly start applying it. Instantly take that information and start to apply it to how they engage women. So when I tell women, don't do these things because they push away the type of man that you want to marry, these are the type of things that make him fall out of love. These are the things that make him cut off a woman. These are the things that make him view a woman as not being wife material. These are how many women are not going to be smart enough to say, well, damn, I'm not going to do that. Damn, that made sense. I'm not going to do that shit. That shit don't make no sense at all. That's what the intelligent person is going to do. Not come up with the exception to the rule. Not come up with, try to find a reason to find fault in the rule. Not complain about the way the advice was worded. Do you think that those boys at that seminar would be complaining about my delivery if I was telling them how to improve their success with women? Absolutely not. No, they're not. I don't care how it's delivered. They would care about the content. And so it's the same thing when it comes to relationships. Y'all don't understand men. A lot of y'all didn't grow up with men. A lot of y'all are emotionally driven. So you don't understand the logic behind male behavior. You have misconceptions about the things that happen with men. And I point them out all the time. Look at how many times I talk about how women can only focus on things that either benefit them or hurt them. Like those are really the only two areas that women really engage in discussion when you talk in relationships. They want to keep all the traditional things and all the things in place that benefit them. And anything that is not beneficial towards them, they have an issue with. Or they want to change. Or they want men to change. And so a lot of times, that's why their thoughts are hypocritical. When I put up a post about a woman leaving a man, you'll see certain type of comments. Women will instantly take the woman's side, explain why she should have left them, why he was a bad dude, etc. Let me put up a post where the woman is being messed up and the guy decides to leave. You would think they'd say, yeah, that was messed up. He should have left. Most women don't. They instantly take the woman's side on the opposite spectrum and criticize the man for leaving. When I talk about cheating, what do women always say? A man should just leave. A man should just leave. A man should just leave. When a man just leaves, he gets criticized for leaving. So it's like, well, damn, what you supposed to do? They said they wanted men that I'd respect you so much more if you did this. Then when men do it, it's a problem. You never cared. You never loved them. You don't give a fuck, etc., etc. So a lot of the stances that they take are hypocritical because they're emotional based. You know what I mean? Like they're not based off the logic of the situation. So overall, now some women get lucky and they have somebody in their life that was able to school them. They have a coworker, a best friend, etc. They end up with a dude that's at the point in his life where he's ready to settle down, where he has communication skills to be able to talk through her irrational things or correct some of her behavior, and he's patient enough to deal with it. He didn't just cut her off. He really cared about her. You know what I'm saying? Like how I did with my wife. A lot of stuff she did that used to really piss me off and get on my nerves. But I loved her. I cared about her. I was trying to make it work. A woman can get lucky like that and get a man that has all the credentials she's looking for, is willing and able to help coach her through it. You know what I mean? Like talk her through the mistakes, because in most instances, their dating experience is significantly less than a man's. And that was the case. My wife dated like 5 or 6 dudes. I fucked over 100 chicks. So if I fucked over 100, how many of y'all think I've talked on the phone with or went on dates with? You know what I'm saying? Think about that. She only dated a couple of dudes. She went to college with her high school sweetheart. She met me her very first day of college. You know what I'm saying? Like, so from day one, she had a real dude approaching her and hollering at her. What experience she got? She got experience now. She's been married. You know what I'm saying? Like, she's been married for a long time. So she can talk about her past mistakes, how she used to think, what she used to do, why she don't do it no more, etc. But she didn't come with this wealth of knowledge of understanding how relationships how things are supposed to stay smooth. You know what I mean? Like, and so like, even like when people talk to me about like what's different now, like shit, I'm not inclined to cheat now. She ain't using pussy as a weapon no more. She ain't treating me like I'm her child no more. She's not acting like she understands what I think and feel no more. So I ain't really changed. I'm the same motherfucker since we was kicking it. My behavior's not changed. My attitude's not changed. The things I do in the household has not changed. Nothing. The only thing, I've gotten older. And now that I don't have the motivation that I had earlier, I don't need to fuck other hoes. I don't need to do the type of shit that I was doing. It wasn't rocket science to begin with. I would have never married you if I wasn't ready to be with one woman. You know what I'm saying? Like, I could have just kept fucking multiple chicks if I wanted to. You know what I mean? Like, those are the type of things that I guess it's hard to put in perspective. You know what I'm saying? If you've never really kind of lived that type of lifestyle, but those are things that are often overlooked. And why I tell women that getting a man that's a former whore is the best type of dude you could probably be with. A lot of women look at that, hear that, and instantly think crazy. But it's like, he's a lot more equipped to deal with women. He has a lot more experience. He's a lot more able to turn down pussy or not put himself in positions to cheat. He's a lot more able to coach you through doing the things that turn him off or will end up leading to relationship problems. I'm pretty sure he's had the issues that he's going to have with you with other women before. Those are all things that, I mean, when a company hires a CEO, don't experience come into play? At what point in life is having a wealth of experience not valued? Give me an example. Anybody that has a wealth of experience at doing something is valued in that particular industry. So I just, hopefully this can clear up some of the men need to learn more about women talk. Because it's like when y'all say that, it's really just like y'all want to avoid talking about what y'all do and what men have issues with about y'all. Because men are clearly know about enough about women to get y'all. They get y'all to want to marry them. They get y'all to say yes. They get y'all to fuck them raw. They get y'all to have their kids. They doing enough to get y'all to like them and love them. True or false? The men that y'all don't want, the men that y'all say that y'all are trying to avoid, still end up fucking raw. Still got women that fall in love with them. Still get women that do spend their time with them. So he knows enough. Right? So the only men that don't know enough are the dudes that are on the sideline that are fucking playing Call of Duty with their partners 24/7. You know what I mean? So it's like men have to know about women in order to experience any level of success with them. So to preach this idea that the thing that's missing from relationships, men don't know. Men ain't paying enough attention to women. Men don't know enough about women. Like, it sounds like so dumb. You know what I'm saying? Like, when you look at the dating situation from my whole, it's like, the fuck is that supposed to help? A lot of the shit women think don't make sense. Based off emotion, based off assumptions, based off inaccurate things that they think about men. Like, how is that going to help us? How is that supposed to? That makes us think, y'all. That helps us understand why y'all have the dating experiences y'all have. That's the only thing that it's going to do. Like, when I break down the female logic, and I do it in a bunch of different ways. But when I use the things that women post in my comments to illustrate the female mindset, all it does for men is give them something to point out and an explanation that they couldn't come up with themselves. They've already seen it and experienced it. I'm just giving them something that they can screenshot, send to their partners. They got the context, they got the explanation all written down for them. They don't have to do the work. But this is what all men are experiencing. Where we're looking at it like, man, this is dumb as hell. This don't make no sense. This is so inconsistent with what they said earlier. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's not rocket science. And it's not stuff that I'm making up. You know what I'm saying? Like, I get that a lot too. You make it seem like women are irrational. You make it seem like how the hell am I making it seem like something if I'm taking things that women actually think, actually do, and just explaining it? Why it's ineffective or why it doesn't make sense. How is that making me make you look like anything? Failing to adapt to those things says more about how you look than me talking about it. But again, that's one of the things that men complain about. A lot of women don't want to be accountable. They don't want to take the self hit to say, man, the way that I'm doing this shit really does not make sense. And you know what I'm saying? Like when I try to give y'all the shit, help me understand it. Help me make sense. All you get is a bunch of women. Men do it too. Men do it too. Okay. Now what? So yeah, there's some men that do it too. Now what? Does that make it cool? Keep doing now or something? Like, yeah, a lot of women are irrational by nature. You know what I'm saying? Like, I would imagine it's difficult to overcome, but it's overcomable. All women are not like that. There are a lot of women that learn from their past and don't do the stuff that I talk about. They write me all the time about how the chicks in the comments make women look bad and make women look dumb and complain about the questions people send me. Like, man, these are real people that's really out here having real kids and shit. So, and they're not the only person that have this question or think these thoughts. Otherwise, men all around the world wouldn't experience it. So, yeah, they do want a lot of sugar-coated stuff, man. I'm not the one though, man. I don't know, man. I believe in being transparent and respectful, but candy coating, I think don't help anybody. So, and like I said, there are thousands of people that already do that. So, if candy coating was the answer, then why ain't it working then? If hearing it in a nice fluffy way was the answer, why ain't it working? You know what I mean? So apparently that's not being too successful because it's only I don't see any other pages that talk like I do. You know, I think my page is really unique in that way. I see other men that are honest men that talk about real things, but a lot of them don't do it in the way that I do, where that like they do it to intentionally not make women upset or not call them out directly. But I don't care, man. You can either scroll past it or listen to it or not. I don't care how when I say I don't care how y'all feel about it, like that's not to say that I don't give a fuck what women think, but I'm giving a male perspective. So what you think about how men operate don't really mean shit. You know what I'm saying? Like the only thing that you really get to choose is which dudes you fuck with. That's not gonna change how men think, approach, and feel about dating. So when women say, I disagree, okay. You know what I'm saying? Like, is that what does that really mean? You know what I'm saying? Like it don't really mean anything from the male perspective. Like if I just said I disagree with women doing this, y'all wouldn't give a fuck either. You know what I'm saying? Like that's not what I do though. I say this doesn't make sense or men don't like this because A, B, C, D, and E. See the difference? So it's not me just disagreeing because I don't like what women do. I only post about the shit that they do that is dumb don't make sense or hurts relationships. You know what I'm saying? Like, when I make memes and shit, I try to talk about positive stuff. But those three things, that's kind of the core content of my page. Things women think or believe about men that are false. I try to clear that up, give y'all the real man's perspective, tell y'all how we really go about it, how we really feel about it. When it comes to things that women think or ask me about, I try to give them insight about it, why men approach things or do they do, or why they handle things the way that they do. I try to give y'all insights to help improve your engagement with men, because I know y'all need the insight. I know a lot of the assumptions y'all come up with are way in left field and don't represent the type of men that y'all say y'all want to be with. A lot of y'all are clouded by past relationships or past situations with other guys. And you use those past situations to make assumptions about future situations, which is still a bad move. So there are a lot of different situations a woman can be in that cause her to end up all in the same single, not with the type of man you want to be with, predicament that millions and millions of other women are in. And if the ultimate goal is to not end up in that predicament, then your best mode of engagement is to learn how the those type of men that you want to be with think and operate, so that you can, one, be able to identify them and differentiate between them and the fuck boys. Two, when you do engage them, you'll have an understanding of how they approach dating, so you won't disrupt the dating phase. You won't be rushing them and trying to pressure them into a relationship, and you won't behave in a manner that creates problems and tension between y'all. If you can do those things, you have a much better chance of being the woman that he ends up with. Seems pretty simple to me. Yeah, I do. I still do one-on-one sessions. Um, y'all can always reach out to me through my email address or my business line in my bio. You can shoot me a text. I'll send you my rates and how to book a session, and you can hit me. I'm super available now. Shit. Like I said, I didn't have this back surgery, so I'm doing a lot of stuff on my computer and watching a lot of TV and doing stuff you can't do when you can't really move around. So if you interested in a session, I'm available. I got time. So hopefully y'all took some notes. Those of y'all that weren't able to come on at the beginning, you can go and rewatch the entire broadcast. I think this is a pretty powerful one. I'll probably try to record this one and upload it to my YouTube channel. Hopefully y'all learned something and was entertained at the same time. Y'all have a good one. I appreciate all the good well wishes, man.